All praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rchahakwadash, the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect. My name is Korah. I'm here to prophesy the downfall of this queendom, Babylon, aka America. Okay? And it's not so great. Hey, this place is on its way down. I was just sitting meditating. Hey, the spirit's on me, so I'm going to push the button, push record, meditating on how these churches and the leaders, okay, of the Israelites, the ones that the Israelites, the so-called black man, Hispanic man, the ones they look up to, are causing them to err, okay? And it's going to cause them to be destroyed. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay? Isaiah 58:1 says, cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. See? It's a sin to worship these other gods. It's a sin to be inside these churches calling on JC, okay, the earth pig. That's a sin with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay? We ain't supposed to be doing that thing. Let's bring this out. Isaiah chapter 9, start at verse 13. For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord Yahweh of hosts. See, y'all don't understand the reason. You got to understand and 2/3 not going to understand, but we supposed to understand the reason why we in this predicament is that we went against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28:15. All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? We didn't serve the Lord with happiness and joy of heart. Okay? I'm roughly paraphrasing. That's why we in our predicament. This is plantation Christianity. Okay? For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord Yahweh of hosts. See, him that smiteth us. See, he the one that kill. He the one that make alive. He wound, he heal. He the one, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, is the reason why we went in slavery, okay? Therefore, the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. See, the leaders, okay? Al Sharpton, okay, Jesse Jackson, Reverend Durong, and the leaders inside these churches, okay, the Lord's going to cut them off because they are leading the people astray. And everybody that's following them is going to die right along with them, okay? They're going to die horrible deaths. Let's bring this out, verse 15. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. The ancient and honorable, see, your leaders, okay, the ones that stand up and be the mouthpiece for Israel, okay? Like I was saying, your Jesse Jacksons, okay, your Al Sharptons, your Martin Luther Kings, okay? Let's all be together, them leaders, okay? Okay, the ancient and honorable, he is the head. And the prophets that teacheth lies, he is the tail. The ones inside these churches every Sunday morning, okay, they all in it together, okay? For the leaders of this people cause them to err, see? They tell you, integrate, when the Lord told us to separate, okay? He said, we are separate. He said, for the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a separate people unto himself. Okay? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So we supposed to be a separate people. But these leaders, okay, tell us that we need to join together. Okay? God loves everybody. Okay? For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy you. Okay? All you Jesus freaks, you're going to be destroyed. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. See? And you see a lot of single women in the church. They the main leaders in the church. You'll have one man and a whole bunch of women and a whole bunch of moles, okay, jumping up and down, okay, hollering about speaking in demonic languages, hollering about let me lay hands on you. I'm so glad Yahweh Shem Yahushua blessed me to forsake these places, okay, and come out of these places, see, and led me to the real truth, the real prophets, okay, led me to GMS and like-minded men, okay. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on the fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. See, they trying to integrate. And it's not going to work. All that's going to do is get you destroyed. The Lord said, never trust thine enemy. Like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. See? But they trying to integrate. They saying the Lord loves everybody. Can we all get along? Okay? That's an evil thing. They in there bowing down to Cesar Borgia. Okay? The women are coming in thinking that they're equal to a man or above a man. Women pastors. Okay? Okay? Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite. See, a hypocritical nation. Okay? And an evildoer. See, that's evil. They are eat pork. Okay? They eating pork and all that. Okay? And every mouth speaketh folly. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. So the Lord is going to destroy you. It's going to make it even more worse for you. Okay? Let's go to here. Let's go to Salakia. Let me bring this out right here. Let's go to Isaiah 56 and 10. Let's get that. Isaiah 56, chapter 10. I'm going to get that over here. Isaiah. Let's go to verse 10. It says, let me color code this real quick. Salakia. It said, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. See? That's your prophets today inside these churches, which are false prophets. See? They don't even know the name. They won't even teach on the name Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. But they'll get up in there hollering about Jesus this and Jesus that. See? His name is Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua. Yahweh is the Father. Yahushua is the Son. See? But these leaders still calling on Jesus. He said, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. They not warning the people that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to come fuck them up. Excuse my language. Okay, they not warning the people. They not letting the people know that Yahushua is only coming for his elect. See? They not letting the people know about the mark of the beast and what's in Jacob's trouble. See? They telling the people the Lord is coming and he's going to redeem everybody and we're going to get raptured up, selling them lies. Okay? Verse 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, but they sure will ask for your tithe money. They are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain, from his quarter. See, they even file taxes on your money. But then when you got a bill due, you can't get no help from them, guarantee you, okay? Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. See, just keep bringing your money, and we're going to do it all over again next Sunday. It's for the building fund. Give me your money. See, they greedy dogs. That's why the Lord is going to destroy them. Let's get that in the NLT. Isaiah 56:10 in the NLT. For the leaders of my people, the Lord's watchmen, his shepherds are blind and ignorant. These people are ignorant. They are like silent watchdogs. They give no warning when danger comes, see? They don't understand that enemy's about to come in like a flood, okay? And Jesus ain't going to help them. But they telling their congregation to call on them. A lot of them told their congregation to take that juicy juice, okay? They are like silent watchdogs. They give no warning when danger comes. They love to lie around sleeping and dreaming. They have a dream that one day we all gonna get together. All that old bullshit, okay? Like greedy dogs, they are never satisfied. They want the building fund, the house fund, the pastor fund, the pastor's car fund, all these funds, okay? But you can't get no help, okay? Like greedy dogs, they are never satisfied. They are ignorant shepherds, all following their own path and intent on personal gain, because they not following the path of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, see? Because if they were, they would be telling their congregation that they're going to be destroyed for being homosexuals. They wouldn't even let them around. If they were, they wouldn't be inside them churches, period. Okay? Okay? Come, they say, let's get some wine and have a party. Let's all get drunk. Then tomorrow we'll do it again and have an even bigger party. And that's what a lot of them do. Every holiday, they eating pork, okay, ham, okay, and they drunk off the Babylonian juice, okay, these doctrines, okay? And that's like having a party within itself, drunk off the Babylon philosophies. How you going to be in church when the Lord said, learn not the way of the heathens, for the customs of the people are vain? How you going to be inside that church celebrating Christmas? You're a hypocrite, okay? And the Lord's going to destroy you for that. You move the Lord to jealousy. Let's bring this out. Exodus chapter 34. Let's start at verse 14. And it reads, for thou shalt worship no other God. For the Lord Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. See? Our power is a jealous power. Okay? And you move the Lord to jealousy, to anger. There could only be one. See? There is only one God, Yahweh. Everything else is under him. See? There's an order. Yahweh Shai, man, woman. See? Y'all putting Cedra Borgia, Esau, as your God. For thou shalt worship no other God. See, this is the God of the heathens, Cedra Borgia. For the Lord, whose name is jealous, the Lord Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land. And that's what they doing. They making a covenant with Esau. Okay? And they go a-whoring after other gods. See? We the bride, and Yahweh Shai is the bridegroom. So you're being a whore by worshiping Cedra Borgia. Okay? And do sacrifice unto their powers. And call thee. And one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. See, y'all sacrificing to Cedra Borgia. Let me read that again. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods. See? And you got the northern kingdom. They sacrifice to Saturnalia and all these other gods, which are no gods. Okay? That they playing the whore. Okay? And do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. Okay? And thou take of their daughters, I'm going to stop right there, but thou eat of his sacrifice. See? You worshiping these other gods. Okay? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. See? Some of them worshiping witchcraft. Okay? Saturnalia. All that old shit that I can't even name. Okay? And you wonder why the Lord is bringing earthquakes and causing hell? It's because you move him to jealousy. Let me bring this out. It's because you move him to jealousy. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32. Let's start at verse 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked, you Israelites. You think you got a little freedom, okay? Now you want to worship anything you come across. You make yourself your own God. You self-idol, self-worship, okay? You got a little freedom. You turn your back on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and do whatever makes your flesh feel good, okay? Jesus ain't never did shit for nobody. That's plantation Christianity, okay? But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which made him. See? They forsaken Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You give them a little freedom. See? The chains ain't on your ankles and your wrists, but the chains are still on your brain. See? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Now y'all just worshiping the devil freely. See? Okay? Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. See, y'all lightly esteem Yahweh Shai. Y'all make it a light thing to call on Yahweh Shai. But it's a big thing to call on JC the earth pig, okay? They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, see? Strange gods. Anything outside of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a strange god. You got the women liking to do the tarot reading. Don't you know all these powers work for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? The Lord said the deceived and the deceiver are his. And you being deceived by these strange gods only for your destruction. Okay? They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. It's an abomination to eat pork. It's an abomination for homosexuality. It's an abomination to eat shrimp, crabs, lobster. These unclean things. See? It's an abomination to call on Jesus. JC. See? Worshiping your oppressor. Okay? They sacrifice unto devils, not to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. See, y'all sacrificing to these devils, and the Lord is going to destroy you. To gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. See, you forgot Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that gave you life. That's giving you mercy and grace right now. Okay? And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and his daughters. See, y'all provoking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And he's going to destroy you. Simple as that. Okay? And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. In the times that we coming in, because you wanted to go a whoring after these other gods, the Lord's going to hide his face from you. You ain't going to have no protection. See? You ain't going to have no protection. Ain't going to be no way out. Okay? And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very fraud generation, children in whom is no faith. See? No faith. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's what the Lord said. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not a power. See? The Lord is jealous, and he's going to destroy you. See? Just like a father tell you to don't do something, and then you do it, you move him to jealousy. And what you do? What happens? You get that ass whooped. See? Same with Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. You move him to jealousy, so you got to get that ass whooping. Scourges for amendment. See? They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not a power. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, vain things. The Lord said, learn not the way of the heathens, for the customs of the people are vain. You want to worship Christmas, Thanksgiving, your birthday, all these holidays, all these vanities, okay? And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. The Lord's going to send these Edomites, the sword upon you. David said, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. See, these Edomites, the same ones you worshiping, are going to be the same ones that bring that pain. Same ones to slaughter your ass, okay? I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. See? Esau, Edom. So the Lord is about to destroy your ass. See? Because you moved him to jealousy. See? Let me go back to this. The leaders of my people caused them to err. I'm going to end it with that. Where was that at? That was in Isaiah chapter 9. Let me grab that. Right here. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So you about to be destroyed. Because you move Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to jealousy. I pray this lesson was edifying to the Lord's elect. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rechah HaKodash, the water Yahweh, for giving us your only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, the water Yahweh Shai, for being that sacrificial lamb, the water to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, for being great leaders. Salutations to the hopeful elect, and Abad Babal. Shalom.